depending where you are. Alexia, see you mute first. Good evening. How's training going?
Hiya, yeah, good, thank you. Yeah, definitely a lot of improvements. I don't want to give too much away, but yeah.
What do you know of your opponent?
I don't know a lot. There's not a lot to go off. I mean, the footage of her fights like previously is just very minimal. And there's not much of her across social media, but yeah, I guess it's just all gonna. I guess we'll see.
Nikki, good evening. Welcome to you as well. What do you know of Alexia?
Well, okay, hold on. I'm sorry, just really quick. It's Roo, like kangaroo. The
Kangaroo.
H is silent. Yeah. No worries. I'm just gonna throw that out there. But I I know that her debut was very impressive considering where all of us were expecting her to be. I think that the biggest jump that we can see from fighters is debut to second fight. But I'm not really worried about it. Her hooks are wide as hell. And from the videos she's been posting, it looks like she just learned to throw straight. So I'm not too worried.
When you say you're not worried and you expose weaknesses like that, does that kind of give the indication that you're going straight in for the jugular? If she's throwing wide, you can go straight down the middle, right?
I mean, I don't want to give too much of my game plan away either, right? Like I've like she said, my social media is not full of new fighting stuff because I am trying to keep it like a little close to the belt, which I know she's doing as well, right? But I I have nothing against Alexia. I think she's a beautiful girl. She's very sweet. I very much look forward to her buying me food after I win. But she's just kind of in my way toward the belt. So
I
I'm
think
not
that
I'm not gonna be holding back.
I think that if you're taking my like pad footage that I've posted recently as like seriously, then I don't know, because I mean me and my world champion coach aren't gonna act like we're screaming and just throw it like it's obviously a joke. Like I said, my
No,
coach is a
obviously.
world champion, so like that weren't serious. Girl, I can throw straights.
Look, I know. I'm not anyone can watch that and be like, obviously Alexia's joking, which is why I say like obviously you're keeping it close to the chest, right? And Alexia, I mean it. I really like you, but I'm kind of planning on knocking you out.
If knocking me out is your game plan, I mean, I hope you've got a second plan because that ain't gonna happen.
Listen, I know you took some like decent hits from Astrid, but you have not felt someone hit you like I'm going to. Like, and again, it's not because I don't like you. You're just very much in my way.
I've
And I look
sparred
forward to
with
having the belt.
I've sparred with girls that are way better than my last opponent, so much better. And I've took worse punches than she gave me. I'll assure you of that. I've learnt a lot from my last fight, so you know I definitely won't be going in there the same as I went in there last time. I've had a few months on that, and that was obviously I know this is your debut, but you've previously fought before. You've got experience in the ring, whatever. Now I've got experience in the ring. Before I hadn't had experience in the ring, and not only that, I fought on the prime card. It was a huge event. Like the pressure ain't going to get to me on this one because it was the prime card. It was huge.
No, of course. And honestly, thank God. Otherwise, this would have been boring. If it's going to be too much of an easy fight, then who wants to watch it? I don't think we're going to walk in. Like, I'm actually so happy that we're not, like, I know it's my debut on Misfits, but I am so happy that this is not your debut fight and this isn't your first one because it would have been too quick otherwise. I'm happy that you're not going to have the pressure. I'm happy you're training with such badass people because it's going to make it that much more entertaining when I knock you out. Like, it's going to be such a buildup. And I'm excited. I don't know. I'm just excited to box together.
I love your confidence. I do. I love your confidence. I'll give you that.
I mean, I love both of your confidence here. It sounds like we heard from Fox and Most a moment ago, throwing down, saying this is going to happen. But I think both of you, when you come so confident, so I see weaknesses in your game strategy. Well, you don't see what I can do, etc. I think it only goes one way when both fighters speak like that. Alexia, is it important for you? Is it almost more important to you, given that the last fight didn't go your way? You kind of want to put things right here.
Yeah, exactly. It's just as important to me. I mean, the fight between me and Astrid had a lot of. It was very, very, very personal. This one isn't as personal, which I think actually takes a weight off my shoulder, because when I wanted to beat Astrid, I wanted to take the belt from her. I did not want her to be the champ. This time, it's like I've got no weight on my shoulder. Like, I'm just going to go in there. I'm going to win this. I don't have that extra added pressure, if that makes sense. Because, like Nikki said, I respect Nikki. I think she's a really nice girl, and I've just got no pressure like this time. Whereas before, it was very personal, and I think I put it on myself too much that I needed to win.
Nikki, she's not coming in with the same kind of emotion as last time. Does that make it a harder fight?
Like for me or for her? Sorry.
For you, the fact that
Oh
she's
my
not
gosh, yeah.
on emotion, she's not fighting on emotion. She doesn't hate you. She doesn't, it's not personal. It's just you are a job to be done.
Ooh. I don't know, because here's my thing. Astrid is kind of a shit fighter, and I know that's a somewhat controversial opinion, so sorry.
That's not
But
controversial at all. It's facts.
oh, brilliant. Okay, good. Like Astrid's kind of a shit fighter, and Alexia still lost. And that's the thing. Like, and my last fight was a lot of emotion, and Alexia and I have talked a lot about this actually. Like, where it was so personal, and it was so much hatred. Like, both of us went into our last fights with this like different type of edge because of how personal our opponents made it. So her being cool, calm, and collected, cool. I'm also cool, calm, and collected. We're both in this where it's just like, you're a job to be done. All the love, all the respect. I think the difference is that I trust in my power, and I'm also coming in like, you can look, Alexia, you can say all day how you're not going to get under the pressure because of prime and this and da 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 da, and that's all wonderful, but you don't know what it's like to win. You only know what it's like to lose. I only know what it's like to win.
I think
So
that I actually think losing is builds you more as a person, right? You've won, so I think again, I mean this with all the most respect, but it can almost give you an ego. Oh, I've won, I can beat anyone. I lost, and it was hard at the time, but now I can look back, and it can't get any worse than that. Like, I lost to Astrid.
yeah,
It
it
can't
can't
get
get
any
worse.
worse
Yeah,
than
it can't
that.
be worse than losing to Astrid.
But I know people say she's a bad boxer, and there is definitely better females in the scene. But I do have to say she's more technical than a lot of girls in the scene.
Yeah.
She throws straight. I do have to give that to her. As much as I don't like her, I do have to give that to her.
Well,
Yeah,
listen.
but after 3 fights, I would like damn hope
Oh,
someone could throw a
100%,
jab.
100%.
Like, are you kidding me?
But 100%. But let me remind you, she'd had 3 fights, and when Astrid called me out in May, I had never even put a pair of gloves on in my life. I walked into a gym, put a pair of gloves on, and oh god, I gave her a run for her money. She got away by the skin of her teeth after 6 months of training compared to her 2 years. I've had another 6 months on top of that.
Alexia, Nikki, I've got to move us on, but listen, I can't wait, especially given the fact that there is a belt on the line. There is so much for you guys to fight for. Mams, just hearing those two speak, that those two, again, there's the motivation for each other's to fight. It doesn't have to be a personal beef. They're going to throw down. They're going to take that belt afterwards. There's a target on the back of the winner, giving them both extra motivation. What a fight you've got there.
No. We need a personal beef. Alexia, did you hear about Nikki hitting on your boyfriend in the Instagram DMs?
I don't have a boyfriend.
I'm trying to steal your morons, Alexia. I'm trying to steal them.
I don't have a boyfriend, so you're not convincing me, Mams. But it's not personal, but it will be personal in the ring when I'm taking that bout.
No,
Okay.
Alexia, bro. Alexia, Nikki just DM'd me, says she's gonna knock them yellow sweet corn teeth out of your crusty mouth. That's mad. Can't lie. I wouldn't have it personally.
Wow, they have shocking. Before, listen, we've got Jake Boswick who's just joined. Before we go to Jake, because we've got Chris Avila joining imminently as well. I brought in BJ Flores as well. Small council member, works with Jake, knows Mams very well. BJ, let's jump straight to you before we go to Jake and Chris. You know these guys, you know boxing. Want to fight with these boys?
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having me on. It's a